Hello, everyone. How's it going, everybody? That was the trailer for The Final Empire, the new update coming July 5th, I think. We had a slight discussion beforehand about that. July 5th, allegedly, supposedly, according to a special guest we have with us today, the lead Sarhal dev, Scamp.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for
Excited
being
to
here.
show. No problem.
Okay, I thought you were, I thought you were in the middle of saying
Oh
something.
no.
Go ahead.
Is this thing? I was just going to say thank you for having me on and excited to show everything off.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we have in store for the update coming out in the next month. If you'd like to go ahead, I gotta hop into the game real quick. Sometimes this kind of breaks things, so we'll see if this works out. It's like a 50-50 every time I hop into actual EU4. Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah, that's working.
It's working. You can see my screen.
I can indeed.
Perfect. And, oh goodness, I probably should have chat open just to make sure that, that there are no issues going on with the stream. Because if there are, chat will definitely be the first to let me know. Hold on a second. We'll pop out chat real quick. Put you guys down there, and then we hop back in. No issues so far, people say. Perfect. All right. So, we're going to do a brief interview going over some of the new stuff that we're going to see. We should start with the Empire of Anbennar, I think.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because although the lizards take the headline, there's like a lot more going on, There's a lot of more people who want to be the final empire, the final say and everything, and one of them is the Empire of Anbennar. So there's a whole bunch of new content, including new mission trees for tags in the Empire of Anbennar. Probably the biggest one is Verne. I'm not sure that one's actually live in this version though yet.
We can take a quick look. I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the old one.
It's the old one. Okay. So it's not live yet.
Straight line. But yeah, that mission tree's huge. Might be one of the most writing in a mission tree there is. So one of the reasons why Verne was one that came up as something to do a new redesign for was because when people come to Anbennar and they're new, it's like, okay, what's a good tag for a newbie? And a lot of people would say Verne. And Verne's mission tree was fine, but as time went on, it was showing its age. And it's like, well, we want to have a tag that kind of lets you show off every corner of the map, kind of give you like brief insight into what's going on everywhere. And Verne is all about, adventuring and being heroic and traveling around the world. So we were like, let's give them a new mission tree that's like, no, yeah, again, this is the old one.
Yeah, this is the old one.
It keeps a lot of the same themes. So you still have like Wyvern Riders, for instance. That's still part of it. Being Coronite is still part of it.
So we should expect to see a lot more global expansion with the new Verne mission tree.
Definitely. It's a really good tag for someone who is, if you just joined the stream, it's like, I have no idea who to play first. I've never played Anbennar before. You should play Verne.
Okay, perfect. That's actually a really good thing to mention, because I don't usually have a good suggestion for when people ask, like, oh, should I play? Usually I say something like Jadari.
Jadari is a good pick as well. But yeah,
Jadari is one of those classics.
People kept saying Verne, and it was like, I mean, it's fine. But now it's going to get one that, like, it's made by the same person who made Wyvern Heart from last update.
Oh, hold on. I gotta increase your volume. Sorry, hold that thought. People are saying you're a bit quiet. I'll just turn you up about 40-ish%. Go ahead and say something.
So, Wyvern Heart. Verne. Wyverns.
Wyverns. Verne. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, and then now you know where the name Verne comes from.
Okay. That makes sense.
I don't actually know that, but it...
He's lying completely. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
Yep.
Well,
Sorry,
this
my bad.
stuff also isn't already in the game yet, but so apart from mission trees, there's also like the Empire of Anbennar itself got a complete
Yep.
revamp.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's also not
Which,
live.
okay, yeah, and also not
But
live.
yeah, I think if you click on the Empire of Anbennar, you can see it's got some new art.
Yeah, if you just give
Yeah.
me 1 second, because I keep breaking things. Professional streamer, by the way. Excellent way to start off this. 1 second, there we go, there we go. And if I do this, and if I do that. In theory, we're good. Okay, we're good, perfect. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So you can see there's some new art there, but this this is not it. It's completely changed. So instead of this like decentralization, centralization thing,
Yep.
because this very much represents the HRE,
Yes.
and Anbennar is different. So instead, the two sides are magocratic and aristocratic. So
Okay.
magocratic is like the canon version of what happens, which is mages take over, enforce mage peace. And so they've got completely different reforms you can do, which will do things like, it will buff mage towers. It will make it more likely that Imperial princes get powerful mage rulers.
Okay. So
Stuff like
are the two paths, are they both going to be like, are you going to have an option for centralizing both paths, or does one represent sort of the decentralization in the way that you don't form a unified tag at the end?
I think both sides do that, but they do it different ways. So one does the whole, make everyone vassals um, version. I think that's the
Okay.
magocratic version.
Okay.
Um, and I think it's the aristocratic one gets the extremely broken casus belli to add anyone to the Empire of Anbennar.
Anyone to the Empire.
I think it's
Like
in like
literally any country.
I think in the base game it's called. I think you have to neighbor them. It's in the
Mm-hmm.
base game. It's like Reichskrieg.
Yeah, yeah, they have that. I mean, you can probably check. I'm sure it's carried over into this one, maybe, possibly. But I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and the other really cool thing about this though is that the AI can do it.
Okay, so we should
You
expect to see at least good progress down one of the two paths by the end of the game. Just letting the
to the
AI do
point
its own thing.
in the current test ones, it's about 15-20% of the time. If you don't get involved at all, like if you get involved, it's very easy to disrupt it. But if you get involved, if you don't get involved, like 15-20% of the time, you will see the Empire of Anbennar form.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's a
So
big difference from base game EU4, where you almost
yeah,
never see. Actually, you never see it because it's coded that they'll never go centralized in
exactly.
base game. But okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Actual
Another thing,
consistency with that.
this is a small deal, but it's kind of big if you've ever run into this issue. Coronite and Rebellionism now spawn properly, reliably.
Okay.
So no more Age of Monsters lasting until 1560.
Yeah, I think we actually had that with my most recent run. I was doing the Celestalia, the April Fool's one, right? And I think
Yes.
that the Age of Monsters lasted like up until the end of the whole mission tree that I was working with.
Yeah.
So
So that's
yeah,
big.
that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. There's a few more tags. One of the really cool tags that's got a mission tree is the teeny tiny Lunar River miners. So it's like Blue Heart, Menabor, tags like that. Yeah, these mini guys. They've all got
Mm-hmm.
mission trees. And they're cool because they take you on a path. Yeah, I think pretty certain their mission trees are already in. So you can actually find it. We can show you something.
Mm-hmm. Lunar
But
River City Stains. Nice.
yeah, they've got this whole mechanic where you like sway to make the emperor do what you want, stuff like that. Hold control over other tags. But their shtick is ultimately they go on to form kind of our version of Italy, which is a kind of tag inside the Empire of Anbennar you can form, or Germany, I guess. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I haven't played the base game since like 2021, so
That is so real. Yes,
But yeah,
okay. We have Pashani, if
yeah,
I'm pronouncing that half correct, maybe.
yeah, it's Shane.
Possibly.
Yes, so they have a huge mission tree. Takes you right up. I think it's got like revolutionary content as well. You form the like canon ending for the thing, which is a black powder Anbennar, which is like
Okay.
what exists in Anbennar in Vic 3, for instance. You know,
Ah, okay.
overthrow the mages, artificery, all that kind of stuff.
So we can expect in an average game, well, if the Empire of Anbennar forms, maybe we won't see a Pashani.
Yeah, Pashani, I think that's very. I'm not sure the AI is capable of forming that. Oh, well, it is capable of forming it, but like realistically, maybe not.
Yeah, because it says they do have to complete a particular mission to form the country, which is rare. I don't think I've actually seen another formable do that outside of like, the ones where you click a mission and it literally just gives you a new tag. But yeah, that would be hard for the AI for sure.
I think it's also it needs Pashani culture, which doesn't exist on GameStart. You can,
Hmm.
yeah, but I think it like without the mission tree, it can happen. I think that culture spawns like the 1600s. Anyway,
Okay.
hope I'm right about this. As I said, Sarhal lead. I know everything about Sarhal. Western Canor, I'm okay with.
Okay, so in that case, we should probably make our way towards Sarhal, not yet, but on the list at least, because next I think we wanted to talk about Escan.
Oh yeah. So there's a first of all, let's just click to the light blue tag just below Venom Tooth.
Just
No,
below
not in the deep
Venom
within
Tooth.
Escan
Hold on. I'm
itself.
gonna get rid of my Fog of War, because it's... There we go. So, Venom Tooth is...
Is this one? Oh no, that's just
That's Venom Tooth.
here.
Sons of Demaria?
No. Oh no, it's the one to their left, one with the brand new flag that you wouldn't recognize.
Oh yeah, these guys.
Yeah. There's a new tag in Escan now.
Ooh. Yeah, let me... Oh. Here we go. The Free Flower Vanguard. I noticed immediately they have the Elven Forebears religion,
Yes.
which you see very rarely in a few different places, but
Look at their culture. What's their culture say they are? Make sure I've got this
the
right.
culture is Wood Elf.
Yep. Okay, I was right.
Okay. Interesting. So we have the Elven Forebears Wood Elf.
Yep.
So why Wood Elf and not, for example, like Moon Elf, which is, pretty close by?
That would require me to know the lore.
Okay, that's totally fair.
I followed this, but like I don't know the lore because there was a debate because they've replaced. There was a tag here, but they've ultimately got rid of. So shed a tear for Anben Cust Expedition.
Rip.
Rip to a real one. But yeah. But speaking of
We
Wood
do
Elf,
have...
oh yeah, Farian. Oh yes, I guess I should mention them. They've got a mission tree.
They do.
They are a so they've always been around. You can form them kind of as there's a couple of tags that can form them in this area, but they're half elves. So and their whole thing is it's a very build tall Escan mission tree rather than your evil Witch King burn bloods that we've been kind of slavery that we've been kind of been doing recently.
So these guys are like closer, you would say. I don't know if you've played the halfling tree, this area, Newshire, where they have a lot of developing and they just sort of keep themselves in Escan for the most part.
I'm getting messages from people telling me what their lore is. Yeah, it's they're wood elves that were seeking refuge in Anbennar, but then they got fed up with how awful Ibervar were treating them, and they became Infernal Court. Yes, these are the guys that they're supposed to intended to go Infernal Court.
Okay, so wait a second. I thought you mentioned these were the guys that aren't supposed to be as evil.
No, so yeah, Farin and Elven tag, half Elven tag. They're like a good Escan tag.
Okay.
Flower Vanguard, lore wise, aren't great.
Okay, so would that be, for example, I'm seeing a Kyle formable
Yeah,
here.
that would be
That would be the one. Okay. Interesting. So we get our path of being nice, Firanian, or let's be evil.
Yes. They haven't got a
Perfect.
mission tree yet. They're like brand new, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, wood elves.
Wood elves.
You want to show
We
off?
also... Oh, sorry?
Let's show off the wood elves then.
Yeah, like the other ones that we mentioned earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be these guys.
There's like 4 tags in the deep woods that have mission trees this update.
Mm-hmm.
These are one, and one of the things we want to show off with these guys is when you go to build a unit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Rangers.
They have rangers.
Yes.
Insane land attrition decrease.
Yeah, so these guys out there, they use the special units. I think are they Kawa or Kava? How are you supposed to pronounce them?
I have no idea, but I do know which ones you're talking about. The Ethiopian units, right?
Yeah, so that means they use, mill power to construct, and you can increase how many you build by going to the province menu. This is a pretty big thing that we've done this update. Is all the provinces now have these, which has all these like unique buttons to build local mechanics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Most tags don't have. They might have one, but like a ton of the new mission trees will use these kind of buttons for mission tree unique content.
Mm-hmm. And so, for example, we have the ranger camps for these guys who need to have 5 base manpower in whatever province. Mm-hmm. Then it says it actually, it's funny, it decreases the maximum manpower in the province, or the general manpower, but does give you that half an additional ranger. Yeah. Interesting. And it says also applies the effect of the currently chosen ranger strategy. Do we know much more about that?
I'm sure someone does.
Fair enough.
Sure.
It's probably hidden somewhere in the mission tree, probably. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this one and a few other wood elves in the same area. Any of these tags generally?
Yeah, and one of the orcs has a mission tree as well. Where's me notes? One of the orcs has a mission tree as well.
Let me see if I can actually remember. I probably won't. I know Silent Blade does, but that's not the one we're thinking of.
I think it's that guy in the top right.
Cursed Howl.
Yeah, I think it's them. Oh, I've been informed that it is via estates, privileges, and whatnot.
Oh, the estate privileges for the Rangers.
No, probably.
This is somewhere if I wanted to like go through.
Blind leading the blind though, so this is for you to figure out when your own time when playing Wood Elves.
Yeah.
Orcs. Speaking of orcs in Western Canor.
In Western Canor or Escan?
As well. Escan, it means. Oh no, Eastern Canor. Escan.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a mission tree, a unique mission tree for Clouded Eye.
For Clouded Eye. Let me tag over.
Please don't mean this one is live.
When I don't do that.
Why these guys are worth bringing up is because it's not just Clouded Eye, it's the formable for them has a mission tree as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ungal Daver? Yes.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Canor Export over here. They so they have a mission tree, but it's from like 2018. And it was the orc mission trees here were always intended to be like placeholders for when people made them eventually. But then everyone went and made adventure empty mission trees and ignored the orcs. But now that nearly all the adventurers have their mission trees, it's like, let's get orcs in.
Let's see what happens with the legacy after the Green Tide for the orcs themselves.
Yeah,
we've gotten a lot for the adventure companies. You're right, but this is the other side of that whole coin, which is the Green Tide itself.
Yeah, they like diplomatically unify all the orcs in Escan.
So we have the nice orcs over here in Ungul Davor.
Ungul Davor. Speaking of updated mission trees, actually, one of the like kind of it's kind of fallen off because so much as but they used to be one of the fan favorites was Frozen Maw. They've got a whole new mission tree as well.
Let's see if
Anyway.
that's live, maybe. Possibly, potentially live.
That looks new.
That does look new.
Yeah, they do stuff like if you they like spread grey orc culture all around. If you by do things like if you dev manpower, it will add orcs to that province, stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm suddenly realizing I spent all this time on Canor, and I don't, and we're already at 1127.
Okay, we can go ahead and move on to the next region we have then, which I think was Rahen.
Yeah, that was me about to talk about harpies.
I mean, if you want, we can do a brief mention about
Vangala might be the coolest mission tree here. Because they're so last update we had Harpy Paladins, we had Harpy Pirates, and now we get Harpy Valkyries.
The big mission tree. That is huge.
And so one of the cool things right then is if you go to one of their mountain provinces. This was actually shown off in the trailer, but like it's another one of those uses of the new buttons is they can build roosts.
Where's my button for that?
Maybe they already have one here, so maybe that's why.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Builder upgraded roost. Oh, you can upgrade them now. Is that a new thing?
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, and there's tier 1, tier 2, and then a couple of tanks have like tier 3 versions. So because these are Gerudian, hey, they get Ebon Seal units.
True.
And by upgrading to like tier 3 roosts, they get even more Ebon Seal units. So they can build a bigger army of them.
Okay, so the roosts also have that kind of interaction.
Yeah.
Is it like at the tier 3 they have that? Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, you got to upgrade it through your mission tree, so you won't have it now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this is like unique when you're playing Vangheim. Your roosts in particular, because you're Vangheim, give you the additional Ebon Seal.
Yeah. As you can see, unfinished, so the localization isn't all there. But yeah.
Yeah.
So another example of this is since we're going to leave Canor now, is Mulen. They used to have their own version of like upgraded roosts. But now that has been refashioned to work with the new system. Again, you won't see it, but like, so they can build, these giant hanging cities as their tier 3.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So we won't see it yet because that's definitely like a later game thing, but
yes. Mulen are extra cool for this update, actually, even though it's an old mission tree, because it's not just this, also the hunt got updated.
Is Mulen an older mission tree? I thought that was
it's like 3. It was just before Sarhal, I think.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Still a huge tree, though, yeah.
Yeah, I just played them to play test the new stuff. It's a really good mission tree.
Okay. Maybe I'll make the Harpy video on that then. Maybe, possibly, no promises.
Well, you said it now.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably have to keep that promise now.
Sarhal. We're in Sarhal now. Oh no, we're going to Rahen next.
Yes, I think Rahen, because once we get to Sarhal, we're going to be in Sarhal for a while.
True. So I think kind of the theme of this whole region, this update, is let's just destroy the command.
Let's go.
So there's new mission trees. So like Caddis Rasper, which is the tag that like looks utterly doomed. There to the left of the command, next to.
Say there are a lot that look doomed.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
If you tag into them and look at their mission tree, I'll give you an idea.
Yeah, this one is supposed to. I love how it actually is just one mission. I thought you were kind of kidding with that.
No, it is. I mean, obviously it expands allegedly.
Yeah. But I didn't expect to just see like the one mission at the start. Yeah. I thought it would be like, oh, you open with one mission and you have like the whole tree, but
no. Yeah, so
that's perfect.
Their whole shtick is like, if you want a challenge, pick these guys, and not only that, they have like specific early event, which makes you go, hey, it's because there's the server vault now, but this version was originally made without that in mind, so you can just turn that off and say like, no, I'm just gonna go it alone.
Oh man. it really is like it's almost like Byzantium versus Ottomans early game. It's like it's meant to be a tough start, really.
Yeah.
Okay,
Speaking of
perfect.
tough starts, another tag that blows up the command, and again, Sir Revolt related, is if you
Hmm.
go across, there's a tiny tag just below As Jakuma called Yuanzi. Yeah, those guys. So they're a devouring path tag, which got new mechanics. I think it was last update. Yeah, and
Ooh.
their shtick is, I don't think they have. Not sure if their missions are actually live yet or not. But their shtick is, ooh, they do. Look at that.
Hmm.
Their shtick is they join the Ziaken and then use that to blow up the command, but then also like take over from inside and make it all devouring path.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Also, the Ziaken have new units as well.
Do they?
Yes, you can build warrior monks.
Okay. Do I need to tag to somebody to show that?
You probably do. I'm trying to remember how their mechanics work now.
Let's see if I can just try Janguizi. Let me see. Warrior monks. There we go.
They're
That's
very, very
that's
strong.
really good. Morale
Yeah,
of armies and the 7.5% discipline.
yeah.
Man, I
They've
wish
got
I
all
had
like,
these when I was playing the Harpy country in
yeah.
this area.
But yeah, and it is mostly just for the Jiaken because it's like their whole shtick. But I think if you take them, there's a new monument in the middle, and I believe if you take that as another one of the Halessi faiths, you can build, because it's not like these warrior monks go away if you take over the area.
Hmm.
You just, yeah, it's just there's a few more unique content I think if you're playing as these guys, or that's
Okay.
planned.
Or
Anyway.
it's we'll see. We'll see. In a month we'll find out.
Oh, and speaking of blowing up the command also now blows up themselves.
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
So
the
like when
Mage
you're playing
Revolt.
as them or
No, so it's the Mage Revolt, which you can get when you play the command normally.
mhm.
Um, but now but now the AI gets it if they don't, manage their Karashi reserves, basically. Um, if anyone
Okay.
is on the Reddit and has seen the memes about the French teleporting from another planet to blow up the command, that is because we hadn't finished the flag yet, so they just defaulted to the French flag.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what that is.
The French starting a revolution somewhere else completely just because they can.
Yeah. So
Okay,
if you've
perfect.
played the command, you know that they don't like mages very much.
It's definitely
And
on my list.
yes, and you will find out pretty quickly why they've been trying to keep the mages under control.
Mm,
But yeah,
okay. That's mostly what we have for Rahen.
oh, I didn't even mention the new Raj. There's a whole new Raj mechanics.
Oh, whole new. You're right. That was in the trailer. We didn't even like discuss that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. Denny Jean
Go to your
Raj.
government screen. If you go to your government screen, you'll be able
Government
to.
screen. Oh, perfect.
Yeah. You have all these things alongside. This is supposed to be fun if you play no matter who, but one of the things they give you all these like tasks you can do to try and move up the ranks in the Raj.
Hmm.
So
Interesting. Man, it makes me wish I waited a little bit before playing Denny Jean Raj.
yeah, one of
I'll
the
probably play
ideas
in them
here is
again.
like people found like it was really good at showing like the Raj from the outside, but people found it really confusing. So it was like, let's cut that
Hmm.
all down into this small thing here. Um, and it also wasn't super fun to play as like one of the minor tanks because it would sometimes feel like I'm weird. I always loved the Raj, but not other people didn't necessarily. And this gives you more stuff to do, more control over your situation.
Okay.
Yeah,
So a lot of these are going to be. They kind of do look like entirely different
yeah,
effects compared to when I did play the Raj.
yeah,
This all looks like new stuff. So it's pretty much like a Raj, not just a UI, but like an overhaul of the mechanics themselves.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'm excited to play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anything else we
Because
have in Rahen? Any other
I think
notes?
that's it.
That's it for Rahen?
That'll be it for Rahen because I wanna let you play one of these countries at the end.
True, yes. We should move on to
Realize I haven't got
Sarhal.
to talk about the place which I actually know all the lore for.
Perfect. Go ahead with whatever you want to start with then, because I know we have at least 3 on the list.
So I guess the one you're hovering over right now is the new look for Fangala.
Yep.
Basically, we were kind of struggling with Fangala originally because it didn't feel like lore and gameplay matched up. Because if you ever played it, there used to be a big tag right there in the middle called Undurabu, who just kind of dominated the region, which wasn't intended at all. So they're gone. They've been split up in 3. And now there is a giant Binwarji who is the remnant of the old Fangala Empire. But they're in a state, so if you start as them, you start in a disaster, a ticking disaster. And if you can't solve all your problems in time, you will blow up.
So it's the Mali simulator, but in Anbennar.
It's funny because we came up with the whole thing, we started developing it, and then almost as soon after that, they put out the dev diary for EU5 that basically said like, yeah, Mali starts in a bad situation, will blow up if you can't solve your problems. Like, oh, you copied us.
Or just like Mali being in the constant state of decline for that whole 100 years. It even made it into EU4, the Mali disaster.
Yeah. So
okay, perfect.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff. One of the tags, so the nation blows up into all of these tags, and one of them is a very secret Fangaulan ogre tag.
Oh.
You don't even see it game start.
We don't even see it on the culture map either.
No.
Not even, do we have like an ogre minority somewhere on the map if I look hard enough?
No, we should probably put them in though. They're supposed to come around the desert.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're led by a mage. If you want to just go to the religion map though, very quickly, you will spot that there is a secret religion smack bang in the middle.
Interesting.
We haven't got that flag yet, but they are genie cult, which is previously only ever found all the ways down in at Ardimia, which is right down the bottom of the map.
How far the bottom of the map?
Yeah. Yeah, they're the guys. They're the guys in
over here. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this somehow made its way all the way over here.
They're not really connected. They're both basically just worship genies, and they want to bring genies back.
Okay, yeah, because genies they disappeared with the Day of Ashen Skies, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll also see there's like the little bit of kind of not a cream color, but like kind of bright red-ish color with on the mainland now. They're also new. Yeah, they're a new tag.
New tag that is
Ibiobi. The very bright green one.
Bright green one. This one, yeah.
Yeah. They are halflings. They are from the islands.
Oh, okay. They're an expedition.
Yeah, and you can see they got a unique subject type as well.
Let's see. It's a sponsored adventurer band under Ryafo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they're being like
these halflings.
They're being paid by Rayafo to kind of like retake the mainland for them. So if you play as them, though, eventually you can just get big enough that you they say like, screw you, I'm going to declare independence. They actually are getting a mission tree. It's not live yet. It's only just been set up.
Okay. But I'm seeing ooh.
Yes. So yeah, they're adventurers in that they have those same mechanics. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, if you go to
we should expect them to go here.
Yeah, yes, but I was also just beating up people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like your number one goal is to take like that city of Canor, which is the one right in the corner. That's really important. There's like a halfling shrine there.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that what these models are?
No, those are base game models. Although if you want to, speaking of ogres, if you want to run all the ways over to the Forbidden Plains and look at the ogres.
Sure. Ogres being on this side.
He's telling me they're here, and I haven't just sent you one a while. Yeah, zoom all the ways in.
Where am I looking?
All the way, no, zoom all the
Oh,
way in.
all the way in. I see, I see.
Yes.
I love the idle animation.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So do they have like all through the game they have like the upgraded units? Okay, nice. That's perfect. So
Yeah, I
should
love
we
them.
expect these guys to also have giant hand cannons, kind of like the trolls?
Exactly. Yes, they strap a giant cannon to their back.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Should we go back
Should talk,
to Sarhal,
I
or
should probably
we
talk
have
about
something
lizards
else?
now, shouldn't I?
Talk about what, sorry?
Lizards.
Lizards.
Since
The
we're
main part of the update. We're finally here.
finally getting to them. I said I talked for too long. I haven't even.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah. So, the person talking in that trailer, if you can cast your mind back to them, is the guy from the loading screen, Sikar Riverclaw, who is the ruler of Rayaz. So they're getting a mission tree. Yeah, so they've got their mission tree now. So the lore here is that there's a fabled final empire, the 333rd Empire.
Yep.
And it's been prophesized by these very powerful creatures called the Naga, who, actually summon a diet there.
Summon the diet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yes. There's actually unique art that's going to go with this as well, but it hasn't been done yet, so you get to see what Naga actually look like.
Interesting.
But yeah, they have specific things, and like, look at it, like they replace your bad stats, your bad like ruler traits. They do things like increase your stats if you complete them, but A, there's only one option, and B, if you don't complete them, they will pretend the rebels will rise up.
Okay, so the consequences are a little bit harsher, but the rewards can be quite a bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, gaining 1 Diplo point from a diet, like that's actually really good.
Yes. So that's one of the new mechanics for them. Yeah, so like this mission tree is very much focused on like you're basically the prophesized one. You're the one the Naga have said this kid is going to become the ruler of the final empire.
So the current chief or his heir?
No, it's the current chief.
The current chief.
He chose him when he was a kid. He originally started with a tiny bit of land, but yeah, because Zerat, the one that's just north of them, was the 332nd Empire.
Okay.
So yeah, as you can see, you've just taken the really important capital city.
Oh, okay, with the giant obelisk here.
Yeah.
Love the artwork for that, by the way.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yes.
Oh, dude. It
yeah.
doesn't. I was gonna say, it doesn't quite compare to the actual scale that they show it as in the artwork here. That is massive.
Yeah. We need to replace that art. Now we've actually got real art now. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of monuments around these spires as well.
I love the province modifier for the tier 3. 333% local tax.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm very glad balance let us have that.
Okay, yeah, so we have a few of these sort of obelisks going around. Or at least the 2 that I see there.
There's one that's actually in an uncolonized province, so you won't be able to see it, but it's like right next to it's in Fangala. If you zoom in on, it looks like a fortress. It's that one just to your right.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you can see it's like a little one.
That one is buried underground, and as
okay.
you unlock the province as you upgrade it, you learn more. You're basically just digging it up.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense for there to be 3. It seems to be kind of a theme with the lizard folk.
There's a lot more than 3. I think there's like one of them is basically destroyed, which is in Karask at Game Start, but it's the one that's been like taken over by. If you go down to like the pink tag in the Lizard Lands, there is a
Okay.
broken one in the land that's been taken by Asarta. So to the left a little.
Left a little.
Yeah, there's
Ah,
that
I
one. That
see.
one doesn't have a monument attached, but yeah, because that one was blown up by Karask. Karask is getting a mission tree as well. They were,
Karask.
yeah,
Oh, these guys, yeah.
yeah. They are the guys, as you can see, not in a great position. They were the guys who were like, kind of should have been the 333rd Empire, like after Zerat, but because they used to control like this entire coast all the way up to like Kunolo, but
Okay.
everyone hated them.
Classic.
And because they blew up one of the spires. And one of their real key details is in their mission tree. You might think, oh, is it about redemption? Is it about learning to be more diplomatic? And the answer is no. It is about telling everyone they suck. It is about
Hmm.
flooding the sorrow with mutated sharks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some wild stuff you do in that mission tree.
They
There is,
just
yeah,
double
because lizards
down.
suck.
Hmm?
I was going to say lizards kind of suck diplomatically. They start as
Yeah.
monsters.
I mean, they mentioned you. Actually, no, it was the document. I think that mentioned that they have unique demonsterization.
Yes, their demonstration is less. We learn to, act in polite society, and more. Let's. It's like we view humans as monsters, and it's like, okay, let's just be less terrible to them. Let's stop using slurs. Let stuff like that.
Okay, so instead of demonsterizing in the classic sense where it's like, hey, maybe we can be friends, it's like actually we see you as beneath us.
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay, so it's more like monsterizing the other nations and
yeah,
proclaiming themselves the only civilized ones.
yeah. There is actually a
And
type that is friendly to humans that's getting a mission tree, which is Yasa, who are the guys on the right in the east more on the coast.
oh, these guys, yeah.
Yeah, they've got their mission tree as well. They're like friendly. They've basically realized that lizards, everyone hates lizards because lizards are rude to everyone.
Mm.
So they like establish lizard ports in like different towns diplomatically all along Sarhal and up as far as Hales.
Okay, and
They
they've got a
built
whole
this
thing with the
yeah.
they got a 330th empire. Okay, so we got like different remnant states of the different empires.
Yes. Oh
Mm,
well, that's
okay.
the secret. So yeah, I guess I'll because there's like also Asarta has a mission tree. Karshir has a mission tree, who are the small blue islands. Yeah, they get one as well. They don't care about the 330th Empire at all. They convert to Revelionism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, so okay, we see
They,
we have two
yeah.
religions in this
Oh yeah,
area.
'cause the Crocs. So the Crocs don't have any new Zaradira. They're the crocodilian lizard folk. Uh,
Okay.
they've got like new religious mechanics this update, but because they don't have mission trees, I was just going to skip over them
Oh,
because we
okay,
got too
okay,
much
no
to
worries.
talk about.
Hmm.
Yeah, and there's also so Asart is the other one that has a mission tree this update as well. That is the so in the trailer at one point the guy speaking goes like, even my own brother,
Hmm.
this is his brother, and he is extremely salty that he was not chosen to be the prophesized chosen bringer of the 333rd Empire.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in theory, you could make him chosen in a sense.
exactly. That's what their mission tree is about,
Okay.
and a
And
bunch of other stuff.
so the 333rd Empire,
Yeah.
the what kind of I guess it's more of like a lore question than gameplay, but what kind of qualifies an empire to be one in the list of
That
empires?
is something you will learn in the 333rd Empire mission tree. Because
Okay,
they're getting one as
perfect.
well.
All right, yeah, okay, because that's its own formable.
Yeah, yeah.
The
The
final
final
empire.
one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Let's tag back
yeah,
for a second.
yeah.
Take a look
So
at that. Oh wow, okay.
Pretty big. Yes. So this was so when I sent you that little doc that gave you all the details about what's coming up, and I mentioned that these guys and I had the word space exploration or something like that.
Yes, spacefaring empire.
Spacefaring empire, yeah. So those big spires that you zoomed in on, those are space teleporters.
Naturally, of course.
Naturally, no one knows this at the start of the game at all. You uncover this through the mission tree.
Okay.
These are what the precursors based their own like spacefaring technology on. The precursors went over to these, like learned how they worked together with the lizard folk, and then things went sour. And the precursors blew them up so hard they reverted back to the Stone Age.
Lovely. Okay, yeah. and yet the obelisks were not destroyed.
No, because they are made of sterner stuff.
Made of... Okay, and...
They're made from stuff that ain't from this planet. But they have been here 100,000 years. So, give a little... Some of them have been damaged in that time. And some of them have gone missing. One of them was stolen by genies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sensing a lot of lore involved with that. Then a lot of lore when we go through those mission trees. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the one I'm writing. So I've been like writing. I've just been locked in writing about lizards, space lizards, for the past few weeks. So
it's a good way to spend a few good weeks, I think.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fun Anbennar lore in for anyone who wants to learn about space. I put this before playing this one. I played the astronomy dwarves in order to like brush up on my lore. That's a really good mission tree. That's an old one, but like if you haven't played them yet,
the Crackdoom Roar.
Yeah, the ones just south of them. The ones who well they're
like they're formable.
Remnant. Yes, they're
okay.
They're really good. They complete nothing to do with this update. I just think they're a great mission tree.
Yeah, I gotta get around to playing a lot more of the dwarves. I think I've only really played Argordstone, but
there is one new dwarf mission tree.
There is a new one. Okay.
Yes, it is the one that is in Chain Grasper's hold.
Chain Grasper. That's Road Warrior.
No, they're the ones in just north of Rahen.
North of Rahen.
Yeah. So it's that little goblin tag.
Here we go.
Yes. If you take that hold as a dwarfen adventurer, that hold has a new mission tree as well.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. They're also, I really should have mentioned them in the blow up the command section.
They also do that?
Yeah, they also do that. Just make sure I'm right. It is called Ovdal Azan, that hold.
Let me see. Yes, Ovdal Azan.
It is them.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Interesting. You'd have to really migrate to get over there.
So the way to do it is you start as the Red Rajnadhaga, because in like 1450 they get an event which spawns one who starts in this area. So you do this for a couple of tags in this area. You start as Red Raj. You then do everything you can to destroy the command, and then in full death, full marks, everything you possibly can. And then once you've done that, then you get to spawn out this Axbelow cartel, and then they can migrate there.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a name I'm familiar with, the Axbelow cartel.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. We got a few. Okay, yeah. So that's the main new mission tree they have for the dwarves then.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Not really a Serpent Spine update, but there's always dwarven trees like happening. So.
Yeah, it's like one per update. the old reliable new dwarf mission tree.
Yeah.
Does that leave us with pretty much two things left? Well, two within the same category.
Yes, one of them is gnolls.
The gnolls.
Knoll. So there's new Knoll content. There's one in Canor actually. Xander
Yes.
Bexus, the Hill Knolls, they get a new mission tree. That's another one if you like Caddis Rasper, if you like pain and fancy yourself a very skilled U4 player, this is a tough mission tree, and it's mostly due to aggressive expansion. Because as soon as you start taking land, the Emperor of Anbennar gets very annoyed with you.
I mean, I can imagine. You do start with Jazub Cult.
Yeah.
And,
So these guys,
well, for now.
yeah, these guys convert away from Jazub Cult
Mm-hmm.
in the mission tree. Speaking of converting away from Jazub Cult, another type, and this one I didn't even put in the document because I didn't think they were going to make it, but now it looks like they are, is the Nollish formable for if you take the Steward of the Sorrow. The canon winners of Kedarata, Konolkhatep.
Okay, so if you play as, for example, like Bertiku.
Oh, they've got a mission tree as well.
Oh, they've got a mission tree as well? Okay, hold on. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me...
Is that live? I'm not even sure that one's live.
We're gonna find out live.
Yeah.
I'm seeing missions.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can form Konolkhatep as them, but in their mission tree, they eat the cat.
I mean, that's not necessarily disqualifying.
Unfortunately, it is.
Just one or two of them. If you leave some of them, I'm sure it's fine.
But they start with one that's already dead. But like, even that is kind of too far. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're check their ruler stats.
Yeah, I noticed that's a really excellent ruler they have.
She is, I believe, brain dead.
That appears to be, yes.
And you increase her stats by basically feeding her rulers and Ket, and it like boosts her stats back up again.
Okay. I guess that's the particular thing from the Way of the Bones, I assume.
Well, Kevin Gaga. So they're technically the like good guy nulls. We're grading on a curve here, so they're not they don't want to summon demons and destroy the world. But yeah. So these were the guys you played when you played Air Corsic. It's the same religion.
Yeah. Okay, so the school in particular isn't like the let's eat people school.
Yeah, like all of them eat people.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of why I don't say it's recycling. It's not actually cannibalism.
True. The faith values efficiency, so I mean, it really, if you think about it.
Yes, exactly.
And have those rulers going to waste.
Like they just buried the cat underground. It's perfectly. They even like mummified it, so it's still edible.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are not the guys who canonically form Konolkhatep.
No. The guys who canonically form it are Nolikas, who don't actually have a mission tree, but they're easily the one to start with because it's actually pretty easy. At the start is them conquer up into Kedarata, take the mandate or the stewardship. I should use the Anbennar terminology, and then you will be able to form Konolkhatep, who are the canonical winners, and their ruler becomes a god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Like more god than the cats themselves?
Yes.
Okay.
That mission tree is huge. It's got some insane artwork in it as well. I'm really excited to see that one come out. But yeah, if you want to play, I don't want to say good guys because like one of their buttons is like use slaves to build giant road networks across Sarhal.
It's relative compared to the other gnolls.
We're grading on a curve. We're grading on a curve here because one of the tags to get a mission tree is Zocca.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I'm going to finally shut up and leave you and let you play.
Yeah, might as well, true.
Yeah. Zocca is... I mean, almost everyone here has probably played Jadari. If you haven't, go play Jadari after you play Verne. And you will learn in the Zocca mission tree why it was a good thing canonically Jadari wins.
I guess we're going to find out a little bit of that today.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes, because that's what we've said. We said if you were like, oh, so what should I play a tag? And we were like, go play Zaka.
Yes, Zaka was like the immediate recommendation.
Yes. Remember when I said we're grading on a curve? Zaka is the end of that curve. Zaka, let's put it this way. Go click on Zaka and his name title there.
Zaka, Devourer of Suns. Sounds like a really nice guy.
Yeah. Imagine that wasn't a metaphor.
Interesting.
This is our first world-ending tag.
Oh.
Yeah. And with
okay.
that, we should probably sign off.
That would be an excellent place to sign off. Thank you very much for doing this interview, giving us a lot of additional context.
I talked for half an hour longer than I intended to, but I did warn that was going to happen. I didn't even talk about... There's so much I didn't get to talk about. I didn't talk about the chicken that tells you who's a witch.
People have to find that for themselves when the new update releases.
That's Corrinsfield, by the way. Corrinsfield is extremely cool, and I'm actually sad that I have to stop talking. They're a tag that... They're one of the Elantir adventurers.
Elantir adventurers.
Yes. So
one of the ones over here.
Yeah, they spawn somewhere in there. They've got this really crazy mechanic where a chicken tells you if they basically grow more and more paranoid, and the chicken tells them who's a witch, and so they burn them.
Excellent. I think that's a great way of having a justice system.
Yeah. There's like Resincan has got a whole new mission tree. They're the Sun Cult adventurers.
Resincan.
Yeah, they're the guys who spawn to kind of round there.
Yeah.
There's also the mushrooms.
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much extra stuff that like we how much of the content would you say we sort of described today? Like maybe third to a half?
50%.
A little over 50%?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's way more compared to what we've even touched on today.
Yes. I've tried to give you the Cliff Notes version, and even that I didn't even cover, like the half genie that rises up in South Sarhal. I haven't covered, there's a new mission tree for one of the tags in Amadia, which is that area that no one ever touches in kind of southwest Elantir. There's new art for like the night hags. There's another new mission tree for the halflings in Sarhal. There's new religious... Okay, I'll stop now.
Yeah, there were also you're right. Like we didn't even touch on like the rework for the hunt religion.
Yes.
But yeah, this was a great interview. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate this whole event. It was great. And we're not even done yet because we get to play.
And we really appreciate everything you do for Anbennar. And we're hoping to do more. And I guess just to clarify because I saw a bunch of questions about this, Incia is not in this update.
Yeah, no, there's no Incia. Yeah.
No Incia.
I mean, we see a little... There you go. There's your update. It's the stray crossing. I don't know if that was always there.
So yeah, no Incia this update, and there's a giant magic rework going on, but that's also not for this update as well. Mm-hmm. I know people are questioning about both of those, and it's like, let's just put that out there.
Yep.
All right, go devour the sun.
I would be happy to.
An evil.
I'm gonna. People say I evil max in all of my Anbennar campaigns, and we're not gonna make this any different.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Thanks for being here. Hope to talk to you later more about this.
All right. Bye, everyone.
See ya.